How's it going, everybody? It's good to see y'all. Copper Star Misery, Jason, how you doing? Geisha girl. So, yeah, you guys are probably wondering about that title. Like, who the fuck is Zachary Simmons? Because a lot of you are kind of new subscribers. But I have this Facebook group, and my Facebook group, I have a member of it who has been with me since I started the group, and she's pretty great. And with all the hoopla and all the stuff that I got caught up in, I kind of lost track, um, and I kind of lost track, and I have not been following up with that, and I feel really bad about that. Um, and There's a case in Oklahoma, and the problem is it's not even a case. That's the big issue with it, and I will explain as best as I can. But um, there's been a lot of changes to my channel, and hey, what's up, Casey? Nona. And Nona, I got your comment, and I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable with my with my with my I don't think I was screaming, as you put it. Honestly, I think I was definitely a bit loud, and I was definitely a bit heated, but it's an issue that I feel very passionate about. Uh, and my feelings were genuine, and it happens from time to time, and if it made you uncomfortable, I do apologize. But I do appreciate the kind comment that you left, and you were very, very respectful, and I very, very much appreciate that. And I love you too, Nona. Thank you so much. um but Hey, Brighter Days, are you new? Are you a new subscriber? If you are, welcome. Hey, Lufa. Uh, so there have been some changes, and it involves a little bit of drama. So it was really weird. It happened one night, and I really hate to give this person the satisfaction. Uh, so I won't mention her name, but and none of my mods are in here right now. My current ones. Uh, hey, Donnie Color. Uh, None of my current mods happen to be in the chat right now. But uh, there was an issue that struck a very personal chord with me. Because I don't like when justice does not take place. I think you guys, I think you guys know that about me by now. And I don't like, hey, Grace. I, and there was an event that took place, a tragedy that took place that, hey, YouTube observer, that really struck a chord with me. And I felt really, really upset about when it happened and when it was brought to my attention. And it was a crime that took place, and there has yet to be any justice. So I need to do this. Oh man, see, I can't do this because I in order to drop this link in the chat, I have to be able to shorten it. Um, and I don't know how to shorten the link. And I don't know of any, I don't have any mods right now that can help me with that, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to, yeah, it's just too long. I'm gonna try to drop it here, but yeah, it's too long. Yeah, it's just too long. But there is a petition, and my older mods, my former mods, figured out a way to shorten it and share it in the chat. And due to the fact that I got caught up in other things, which is my fault, and I kind of vowed that I was going to, until I felt satisfied, I was going to continue to share this link. And what it is it's a petition to get justice for a murder victim. And that murder victim's name is Mandy Gorsuch. And for those of you who are new to the channel, Mandy Gorsuch was a happily married woman in a gay relationship, and nobody had anything negative to say about her. She was a beautiful, wonderful person. And this particular shitbag named Zachary Simmons got into a verbal altercation with her outside of a bar one night and ran her down with his truck. And as infuriating as that is, it yes, and Sulfur Music, thank you for sharing that article too. As infuriating as it is that happened, what's even more infuriating, if you can believe it, if you can believe that it gets even more infuriating, is the fact that he wasn't even charged. He was charged with leaving the scene of an accident involving a fatality. And oh, the link worked. Excellent. So if the link worked, guys, if the link works for you, please click on that link and please sign that petition, because what that petition does is it will hopefully get the attention of the right people that will charge this man with the murder, or at least manslaughter. The man was drunk. Apparently, they didn't even go to his house to arrest him for the fleeing the scene charge until the next day. The guy went home, slept it off. By then, he was sober, and he didn't even get a DUI. But he apparently just got a DUI. And which is good news. So hopefully that, along with the petition, will rattle some cages. And so sorry, I'm looking into this right now. So he's scheduled for court. Now he got a $50,000 bond. I don't know if he's out yet or what, but it's just a DUI, guys. And that's not enough. That's not enough. And due to the fact that I have basically an entire new mod team. So Doodlebug, I've got a little bit of a job for you, if that's okay. You work so hard as it is, and I do appreciate you so much. But if you can, uh, the link that I dropped and shared, um, if you can find a way to shorten it somehow, because I'm totally computer illiterate. From here on out, whenever you attend one of these lives, I need that link dropped frequently throughout my live streams. So, because I I don't want to forget about this again, and I feel like a piece of shit because I got caught up in other things, other cases. I got caught up in drama with my mods, and now I have a whole new mod team. So I this is really, really important to me. It's really important to Mandy's family. Um, and it's really important to my group member, Tay. And Tay is the one who brought it to my attention. Tay is the one who posted it in the group. And in my group, she posted this petition because Mandy was a very, very close friend of hers. And if there's one thing that I cannot stand, look at you, Doodlebug. You are a badass. Thank you so much. If there's one thing that I cannot stomach or stand, it's a hate crime. Besides someone hurting a child, I've gone on and on about this when this case was first brought to my attention, and yeah, the petition does have the petition does have over 2,000 signatures already, and yeah, it's pretty great, cray. And I I think it's pretty amazing. What's funny is the irony is I keep losing and gaining subscribers. This has been the trend for this channel for a long time. I lose and gain and lose and gain and lose and gain. So the blessing in that is that whenever I do drop that petition, I get new signatures for it, which is great. So you can tell how tickled I was. You can imagine how tickled I was when I woke up today and oh, look at Soul for Music emailing me. This is fantastic. So let me see here. Thank you. So I'm dropping the shorter version again here. Thank you, Soul for Music. You're doing fantastic. I really, really, really appreciate that. So you can imagine how tickled I was today when I woke up, looked at my phone before I even got out of bed, and I saw this article that Zachary Simmons was arrested for DUI. And I remember even calling that, this guy, he's he benefits from what I like to call good old boy bullshit. It takes place in these shit kicker towns, these shit kicker one horse towns, where people for some reason have a problem with what other people put in their mouth, and I don't have any patience for that kind of shit. And you're allowed to feel however you want. What's funny about that is I'm okay with that. I think you're a fucking idiot if you feel that way, but you're just plain shitty and fucked up if you actually go out of your way to do something about it. You know, there's a lot of things that you're going to come across in this world that you don't like, you know, and if you don't like it, you know, speak up on it. But you don't you don't uh you don't resort to violence. That's not going to get anything done. Uh that's not going to get anything done. That's not going to help your cause. And all you're going to do is piss off some people. And honestly, and if you think if you think that that these people are evil in some way, then you know, how do you what in the world makes you think that by by resorting to violence against them, that's somehow going to uh change how people feel and change how people, I mean, first of all, you know, you're not changing a gay person's mind about being gay. That doesn't work that way. It's scientifically impossible. That's not how being gay works. You just are the way that you are. It's just plain and simple. You are the way that you are. You're born that way. You grow up that way, and it all depends on uh you know, if I don't know, I have so much to say about that stuff. You know, if somebody grows up homosexual, right? Somebody grows up gay, you know, they're not hurting anyone. You know, what they're doing is they're expressing love towards the people that they feel attracted to. And people who express it back to them. You know, it's none of my business and it's none of your business if it's uh if it's someone of the same sex or not. It just doesn't matter. So, you know, what do you think you're going to accomplish by resorting to violence against them? That makes no sense to me. So, you know, and all you're going to do is you're going to piss off a whole community of people. And then you're going to get people like me who's not even gay who's going to back these people up because you're wrong. And so it seems like nobody seems to give a shit about what's going on in this shit kicker town. Nobody seems to care. And they just let this guy get away with it because for some reason they think that it's justified. And apparently, you know, in order to flee the scene without anyone lashing back at him, without anyone physically detaining him, he flashed a badge that he got as a volunteer, that he actually stole as a volunteer fireman, which was short-lived because this guy's no hero. He did it, decided he didn't like it, and on his way out, stole somebody's badge. And so he flashed this badge after he runs Mandy over and gets out of there. And that also tells me that law enforcement in that area, he's probably got buddies in law enforcement in that area, and they probably just let it slide. So this family doesn't get any justice. This family's not getting any justice. And I'm sorry, but a DUI is not going to cut it for me. That's not going to cut it for me, and it's damn sure not going to cut it for Mandy's family, and it's damn sure not going to cut it for Tay and her friends. You know, these people loved her. They absolutely adored her. JS for Justice actually was kind enough to do a live stream to bring more attention because she had a lot of subscribers. She has a lot of subscribers. So there is a live stream. I don't know if it's still up. I think it is actually. I think I just saw it up. But Jay is for Justice actually was kind enough a couple of months back to do a live stream and bring attention and awareness to this case, and I am still very, very grateful to her for that. So if anybody, close to her or her herself hears this, I still stand by that, and I want to thank her for that. But all we can do, unfortunately, is try to get that petition signed as much as possible. And so please, if you're new to the chat, if you're new to this channel, or you're a new subscriber, welcome and thank you. But please, it only takes a second. Just sign that petition. Because I know a lot of you, if not all of you, really want justice for those who don't get it and who deserve it. And Mandy definitely deserves it. Mandy's family definitely deserves it. And sorry, I'm looking at chat here too. Yeah, this this is a real problem, Soul for Music. It's a real problem. And it's something that I don't have a lot of patience for. But that's interesting, Lufa. Is that actually true? I'm gonna bring this to the attention of Tay. I'm gonna bring this to Tay's attention, if that's actually true. Yes, Deborah Barron. Unfortunately, yes. This was a murder. He ran her over. This is what this motherfucker did. He runs Mandy over with his truck, and then he gets out of his truck. He looks right at her, but walks right past her to see if hitting her caused any damage to his truck. And there are numerous witnesses that saw this. They saw him run her over. They saw him get out, see her, didn't even check to see if she was okay, checked to see if his truck was damaged, got back in his truck, drove off. And if I remember correctly, he also he was also acquitted of a hit and run in 2016. So he's done this before. And what that tells me is that this was deliberate. This was no accident. This was murder. And not even a manslaughter. I mean, it's fucking murder. And I don't have, hey, 1 hour dry floors. It pisses me off to no end. To know that this guy gets to just keep going about his everyday habits of going out and getting drunk and driving around in his fucking truck. So I got no love for this guy, and I got no love for the judicial system in this town. If they're not willing to do anything about it. But I am relieved that he got charged with a DUI, at least. So hopefully this will get the attention. Hopefully he gets in front of a judge who actually feels, and I don't know what good that'll do. I don't know how that works, but hopefully he'll get in front of a judge who is aware of the case and is sympathetic to Mandy and Mandy's family, but that's a crapshoot. That's a crapshoot. We can't depend on that. I'm not sure exactly what town it is. Snooki's mom. Let me take a look here. Let me see if it states here. Is it Guthrie? Because that's where the article's from. It's Logan County. So, well, and then it's also saying Payne County. Yeah, I guess it's Guthrie. Oklahoma. Yeah, and apparently his lawyer even tried saying that Simmons wasn't even aware that someone was injured. Like, I don't even like that it says injured. She died. She's dead. She's gone. She was 33 years old and she's gone. She had a wife. And I think, I don't know, I don't remember for sure. It doesn't say here. I don't remember for sure. But I think they even had an adopted child. So I yeah, well, and regardless of what Lufa's saying here, and I appreciate the information, Lufa, but uh all we got right now is that petition. So please, if you've got time, please sign it. Please sign it. It's not gonna hurt, regardless, it's not gonna hurt. Um Wait, so Snooki's mom, okay. So you're saying that Mandy Gorsuch is your friend's daughter, Snooki's mom? Yeah, Jason, I believe that's the case. Um, no, and Lufa, I know you're not saying not to sign it, but I mean, you did say that it doesn't do any good, but uh, you know, eh, so I'm just saying whether it does any good or not, it's not going to it's not going to make any difference. It's not going to hurt, right? If you sign it. Um, so, and yeah, I am doing what I want with it. I appreciate it. And what I'm doing with that info is letting everyone know that it's not going to hurt if you sign that petition. So I would really appreciate it if you took a moment and did so. Thank you. Um, oh, cool. Hey, Stephanie. Um, oh, darling Nikki's live. Okay. My bad. Well, tell her I said hi. But it's good to see you. Stephanie, I don't know if you were a subscriber back then, but it's a petition to get a man charged with murder or at least manslaughter. So and and oh yeah, that's too big. I have to do it from my phone. So yeah. So there's that link. I just dropped it. Oh, okay. So something happened in chat that I missed. Snooky's mom, you're saying that you're talking about a Nicole Graves. Um, yeah, this is a bit different. This is a bit different, and I'm not trying to minimize that. That's also awful, and obviously DUIs, people driving drunk and getting killed. That shit's not okay. It's completely fucked up, and there's no excuse. There's really no excuse for driving drunk these days, people. I mean, with Uber and Lyft, are you serious? Like, I mean, you can go. I think it's like up to like 10 miles for like $6. Like, come on. There's no reason at all. There's no reason at all not to take an Uber somewhere. There's absolutely no reason not to take an Uber or a Lyft to where you're going to go drink and take one home. There's no excuse. There's really literally no excuse at this point in this day and age. With cell phones, with Uber, with Lyft, there's no excuse in this day and age to be driving drunk. Come on, man. Casey, me too. Yeah. Yeah, me too. He's um so you know, I'm glad people are writing articles about it. I'm glad people are there's people out there that are aware, and then they're not just they're not just forgetting all about it. Um and making sure that people still um have attention. And like I was saying before, Snooky's mom, as sorry as I am uh to hear about uh about your friends about your friend Nicole Graves. um this particular case is a hate crime, or more than likely is a hate crime. Thank you, Francesca. I appreciate it. It's Oklahoma, Deborah Barron. Um, yo, is okay. This is weird. This will be interesting. I just got a text from John Crimes, um, or John Hinged, but I don't think he knows that I'm live right now. Um, oh yeah, I have my volume down. Oh, okay. He sent me a rap here. So you know what? I'm gonna do my boy a solid real quick. I'm gonna do my man a solid here, and because I believe in fate. I believe things happen for a reason, even though this is a little off subject. We're gonna get back to that subject, but to get a random text from my friend John, um, out of nowhere. I don't, like I said, I don't think he knows I'm live, but sent me that, and I'm gonna go ahead and share that. So this is the link that John just sent me. John makes music, and he said to share it. So y'all go ahead and click on that and check that out at some point. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. So yeah, this petition is to hopefully get the attention of of uh of the prosecutors, of the district attorney in that town, and hopefully they'll charge him with something more than that, because there's got to be evidence. I mean, there's witnesses. There's at least witnesses. It's not like there's a body missing. It's not like it's not like nobody saw anything that happened. It's it's not like you can't collect evidence from the scene at this point. I mean, at this point, you probably can. I'm sure he washed the shit out of his truck, washed the hell out of it. I'm sure that he cleaned everything as much as possible. There's no way to prove that he was drunk at this point. But if law enforcement did their due diligence, they would be able to have a case against him, at least be able to charge him and try him. At the very least. Thank you, Stephanie. Listen to Snooky's mom over here talking about I only have 1,800 Facebook friends. Dude, I got like 200. I don't, yeah, man. Little Miss Popular over here. Snooky's mom. That's funny to me. I only have 1,800. You know, I mean, if you only had 1,800 YouTube subscribers, that's one thing. That's, but 1,800 Facebook friends, man, that's a lot. That's a lot to keep. That's a lot on your news feed. That's a whole lot of, you know what I imagine that's like? I imagine that's a lot of woe is me posts. a whole lot. I unfriend people like that, man, unless they're like really close to me. Like I unfriend people like that. I unfriend people who post stuff just to get like, attention. They get on and they post something talking about, picture their big toe with a little cut on it, talking about cut my big toe, day 3 of a Band-Aid. Like I can't with people like that, man. I can't do it, dude. What's up, being there? What's up, Super Bears? I I can't handle people like that, dude. I don't understand people who feel the need to get on Facebook and post and then they post all their dirty laundry, dude. Like, like I'm trying to have a survey here. Like, how many of you have a husband who treats you like shit and doesn't appreciate you? Blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, I don't need to know that about you. I don't want to know that about you. I don't want to know what goes on in your kitchen. That's not, I like the idea of hearing your opinions on certain things. Sure. But I don't need to know what goes on in your bedroom. It's not, yeah, I don't need all that, man. So I'm very limited. Because I honestly I can't deal with it. So I'm very limited as to my Facebook friends. And that's another thing. Some of you guys belong to the group, and some of you guys will send me friend requests on Facebook. It's nothing personal. I have kind of a personal rule when it comes to Facebook friends, and I don't usually accept Facebook friends unless I've met you in person and had a beer with you. Very few times will I make an exception. I have made exceptions, but very few times will I. But yeah, I just, and I do that to just kind of minimize. I do that A, to not dox myself, and B, I do that so that I can't, when I read shit like that, I'll start to read something and then I feel like I just want that 30 seconds back of my life for reading that shit. I don't need to know, I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that your auntie slept with your husband. I don't care. I don't want to know that. I don't need to know that side of you. I would prefer not to know that side of you, please. Okay? Thank you. But and I can't talk shit. Like, I would bitch about political posts, but I post a lot of political stuff. And it's funny because I don't talk about politics on here, but I post a lot of political stuff. Um, and what's funny is I post like libertarian stuff because I I like to piss off people on the right and the left. And I'm not even libertarian, but I'm not right or left either. So I like to piss off people on both sides. Let me see what you got here. Yeah, man. And I imagine if you're a pretty woman, you know, if you're a very beautiful woman, uh, you know, I imagine that if you have that as your profile pic, you know, your face, you know, or more than that, because a lot of people do. I imagine you get a lot of friend requests. I imagine you get a lot of friend requests. And I mean, yeah, you know, and that's not to say I'm not even trying to say like, well, don't have that as your picture because you should have whatever fucking picture you want. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna come with getting a lot of friend requests, and it's gonna be friend requests from creepy ass dudes. That's just the way that it is. That's the way men are. That's the way the world is. It just sucks, you know. But it's gonna happen. You know, it's just gonna happen. Um, but let me see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try something real quick, man. Let me see something. Give me 1 second here. Let me see something. All right. Let's see what happens here. But I'm not gonna invest too much in that. Yeah, okay, Casey, me too. You said your your pick is Snoopy. I don't have the energy to like you today. That's like that just sends you that sends the message. I like that. I like that because it just sends the message right off the bat. Like, listen, I'm not the fucking one. Don't send me a friend request because it's not. Yeah, don't even bother, dude. Don't even bother. Um, don't even bother. Kelly girl, the guy who got a DUI is this fucking shitbag who uh murdered a very very special wonderful person in Oklahoma. Um, in I believe it was August of last year, if I remember correctly. Uh, and he did it via hit and run, and he was drunk, and he wasn't even charged. So the petition is to make sure that he gets charged. But he was charged. He was just arrested and charged with a DUI for a separate incident. So that's good news. But you know, the truth is, when it comes to being charged with murder or manslaughter, that is merely a minor inconvenience, and that shit is not okay. So that's why we are sharing that petition, and that petition is going to get shared every time I go live until I feel satisfied. Uh, but I am very, very happy with my current mod team. And I appreciate y'all. Um, And yeah, man, I gotta tell you, man, like I have like a whole new, oh sweet, y'all are in for a treat. I have like a whole new mod team now. Um and uh hold on a second. And I love my new mod team, but I go about it in a much different way than I did the prior mod team. Uh and and I'm really happy with the way that I'm doing it now, because the way that I did it last time apparently caused a lot of problems. I done told you all that women hate me. Women hate me. It happens all the time. Somehow or another, I always end up pissing women off. I always end up pissing women off somehow or another. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just the way that I am. And then at some point, women get sick and tired of my bullshit, and then they just kind of like they they just they just kind of they like I they just will lash out, right? And what happened with my mod team, my last mod team, we all used to talk in a chat, right? In a Facebook group chat, right? Uh and we would discuss things in the Facebook group chat. I wasn't very active in this Facebook group chat, but the mods were, the wrenches were, and they talked about hair, and they talked about nails, and they talked about kids, and they talked about their kids and their kids' schools and things of that nature, which is really, really cool and really nice. And I didn't have much to contribute to these types of conversations. Apparently, this caused issue, which I wasn't really aware of. This was a problem, and then out of nowhere, there was a live stream I was doing one night. I was doing a live stream, and somebody decided to bomb me with trolls. Like they got a whole little gang together of trolls and started trolling my channel. And I made a remark about my mods getting on top of that. And they got all offended. And then they got all mad at me. And they all teamed up and just kind of started giving me the silent treatment. And I don't play these games. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like to fight with people, dude. If I wanted to argue with a woman on a regular basis, and this is not a sexist thing, but if I wanted to argue with a woman on a regular basis, I would be in a relationship with one. Part of the luxury of being single, the downfall is, no regular sex, it's, nobody to cuddle with at night, nobody to have fun with and do stuff with on a regular basis, all that fun stuff that comes with being in a relationship. That's the downfall, right? But the luxury is that I don't have to deal with trying to relate to a woman in a way that I physically cannot do so, because I'm a guy who, is probably a little insensitive. Fair enough, but I I don't, yeah, I can't, but the thing is it's fair for you to get mad at me, if you are in a relationship with me, and you're on my case, and you're expecting me, because I am obligated by being in a relationship with you. I am emotionally obligated to relate to you and take on the world with you. We're partners. We take on the world together. And so I have to be understanding of your needs, of your emotional needs at all times. I don't think that applies here. Uh, and so, you know, do I care about the people that I interact with here? Of course I do. I don't think that I show anything other than that. But uh but apparently, well, see, here's the thing, stole from music is apparently I was obligated and I just wasn't aware of it. And so since I made one little remark and it was in a joking fashion, because I think that live is still up. I'm not sure which one it is. I mean, there've been so many since. Um, but uh apparently I made some minor remark in a joking fashion. And I even ended my live because the trolls were rampant. And then I remember thinking to myself, fuck that. That means the trolls win. So I came back and I went live again. And I had those up. But apparently my whole mod team got mad at me. And then they started giving me the silent treatment over it. And well, okay, if you don't want to talk, then I'm not going to talk either. I'm just going to wait for you to fucking get over it. That's just how I am. And maybe that's a little insensitive, but it's just how I am. Oh, Snooky's mom, I wasn't making a comment about you. See what I'm talking about? For some reason, everybody takes my comments. She thought way too deep into that Facebook picture. I I was not making a comment about your avatar picture, man. I swear to God. Snooky's mom. No, I love that you're here, and I love I love all your contributions to this chat. I promise you, I do. The picture, I don't have a problem with that picture. Picture's fine. Yeah, you thought a little too much about it. Don't worry about it. We're cool, man. We're cool. I wasn't taking jabs at you. I wasn't. But I'm saying though, it's going to happen if you get people, you get a lot of friend requests, it happens. You're going to attract some dudes. It's just going to happen. But that's not to say, see, I'm a big believer in female empowerment. That's not to say that should stop you from being able to dress however you want to dress and post the kind of pictures that you feel like posting. Every woman should feel free to do that. Every woman should feel absolutely comfortable with their bodies and with their appearance and do whatever the fuck they want to do with themselves and their pictures and their profiles and their social media accounts. Every woman should be allowed to do that. I have absolutely no issue with that whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, I am an advocate for it. So understand that I am not by any means making any negative comments about women who post provocative pictures as their profile pictures. You should be able to do that without men acting like drooling dogs. So I absolutely, totally support you. Do not get it twisted. And I know I sound kind of misogynistic when I'm talking about my old mod team. But I got nothing but love for them. They're just they got all mad at me, and then I just got sick of them being mad at me because they dragged that shit out for too long, and I was like, all right, well, fuck it, and then they stopped showing up to my chats, so I unwrenched them and I made new wrenches, and guess what? I don't have a private group chat with these mods. And things are lovely that way. So, yeah, I mean, that's funny. And you know what's really funny, Stephanie? I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. But I checked my demographic in the analytics for YouTube. I checked my demographic, and my demographic is like 95% women. 95% women between the ages of like 35 to 50. Um, which is fine. That's cool. You know, I mean, if you guys find me interesting as far as the shit that I get up here and talk about, man, I'm all for that. I really appreciate that you guys find me interesting in that sense. If you guys somehow relate to me in some way, that's even better. You know, um, I don't think YouTube is 95% women. I don't think that's true, Snooky's mom. Uh, I don't think so. I think this particular community is probably 95% women. Um, right. Soul for music, yes, definitely the genre of true crime definitely attracts women. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, everybody's agreeing with me here. Everybody's actually because there's a delay. I think you guys were typing this as I was saying it. So yeah, yeah, the true crime community is definitely mostly women, which I did not realize until you know. I figured that was just like Facebook groups, and then I avoided Facebook groups because I got attacked all the time um for attacking people, which I you know, I mean, you can't accuse me of attacking you when you attack me and then I lash back and then you go, oh, you attacked me simply because I outwitted you. It doesn't work that way. And I'm not saying that I outwitted these people because they were women. I'm saying that, and sorry, but I'm saying that they got all sensitive and lashed back at me and got mad because they're women. That's what I'm saying. Um, I mean, it's just the way that is. We have a nature about us. It's just the way that is. And women are women and men are men. We were just a certain way. Uh, and yes, I agree with you. Drama is a waste of energy, and I don't do it, man. I can't do it. I tried. I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to kind of dabble in the drama community a little bit. It's just not. I'm not good at it. You know. I guess I could be, but I think part of being good at it is uh having the patience for it. And that's the problem is I don't have the patience for it. Can I get up there and insult somebody with the best of them? Sure. Why not? You know, but I don't I don't have the patience for it. I just don't, man. Uh so as soon as people start with the back and forth and then everybody's talking in circles, I can't do that shit. You know, people talking in circles, I can't keep up with that. You know, no, man, no. So like, yeah, I had a falling out. I had a falling out with another creator, um, who is a female. Surprise, surprise. I had a falling out, which I dealt with the same way. I felt like this creator was constantly uh always. I mean, it's I just kept getting texts like, "Why did you say this?" and "Why did you say that?" And then I'm just like, it just got to a point, you know, when they got all passive aggressive on me in their channel. I was like, "All right, I'm done with this." You know, little passive aggressive, little passive aggressive jabs. I don't have patience for that shit. So I so I just blocked her. Um, and all of those old mods are mods on that channel now, which is cool because they're a good fit and they got along really well. And like they talked in the chat a lot and they got along really well. And I'm really happy that they found each other and they have and they get along really well. I'm really happy about that. But I'm just it turns out that I'm just not a good fit in that little clique, you know. That's okay. That's okay. Um Yeah, listen, Stephanie Blooms believe that shit. I am a sweet husband partner. I'm very, very sweet. I'm very, very sweet, but I don't have patience for things that don't make sense. And if you're behaving in a certain way that doesn't make any sense, I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm going to let you know. And then I'm going to say, let me know when you're done. And I'm going to just kind of, that's so I guess, I mean, some would consider that to be insensitive. No, that's all right. I speak typo, Stephanie. Don't worry about that. Um, but let me see what you're saying here. What are you saying here, Jason? From that, I've learned not to get involved with creators' disagreements. I do apologize for my actions. Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about, Jason. You're good, man. We're cool. Here's my thing. I don't listen. Part of me not getting involved in drama works like this. Part of this is I'm not going to get mad at anybody for being friends with or following or supporting somebody that I don't get along with. That's that's got nothing to do. One thing's got nothing to do with the other. I don't give a shit about that. We're cool. I mean, I will never ever sit here and be like, oh, you're cool with that person. Well, you can't be cool with me. I am never, ever, ever that guy. As long as you are cool in my chat and you treat my subscribers and my listeners with respect and treat the people in chat with respect, then we're cool. You're welcome here whenever. You're always welcome here. Everybody here is always cool, man. I love this. I love this channel because I have between me and you guys, we have created an environment that is productive and it is peaceful. And I'm very, very grateful for that. I am extremely grateful for that. And I enjoy myself. And everyone here seems like they enjoy themselves too. And so that's all I care about, to be perfectly honest. You know, I mean, I see, I know that a lot of these subscribers, that these people in this chat, go to other people's chats that I don't involve myself in so much these days, and that's okay. I don't care. you know, I mean, who am I to say what you should get out of and what you shouldn't get out of a YouTube channel? That's not for me to say. That's not for me to dictate. That's not for me to even convince myself that that's something to dictate. I mean, who the fuck am I to do that? So, I mean, we're all good, man. We're all good. Like I said, as long as you're cool in here, we're great. Don't sweat it. I want as long as you're getting something out of this, you know, if I'm living up, all I care about is that I'm living up to my end of what you get out of this. That's all I care about. I want to make sure that you feel satisfied, that I'm not wasting your time. So it's important to me that you enjoy yourself in here. It's very, very important to me. And you have every right to just unsubscribe, you know? No, that totally makes sense. Being there, I'm I'm happy to be considered one of the girls. I'm honored to be considered one of the girls. Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. I have nothing but love and respect for the female gender. I absolutely adore it. And all your craziness too. That's I just sometimes I gotta just that's all it is. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at women for being women. you know I just I feel like I can't do nothing. I can't do what you need me to do at times, and I'm just like, let me know when you're yeah. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like my hands are kind of tied. And I'm just like, I'm gonna say the wrong shit. And I don't want to be that guy. Um. Uh. Well, I was never actually married. Sweet crazy. I've never actually been married. But oh man, Jason, we're cool, dude. We're cool, dude. Especially if I don't even remember it, we're cool, man. Um, and you know what? It actually bothers me that it's heavy on your heart. I don't want that to be heavy on your heart, my man. We're cool, dude. Don't you worry about it, man. We're all good. You've always been very respectful in here, as far as I remember. So as long as you continue that, man, and you're getting something out of this exchange between the two of us, and I'm living up to my end for you, then I'm happy. I'm happy. I want to make sure that you're getting something out of this. It's very important to me. I'm here to entertain you. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man, there's something. See, but it's easier. It's easier for a woman to be single, Kelly girl. Like when a woman is single, right? When a woman is single, like you've always got a man there trying to get with you. Men who are single are waiting for a woman to give them even the slightest bit of positive attention. It's different for women, man. You've always got somebody there. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how much money you got. It don't matter. There's always a guy who's interested in you. There's always a guy who wants to be a part of your life on a romantic level. That's always the case. And if it's not the case for that moment, it's not going to take long before it is. So it's different for women. It's different for a dude, like me. There's nobody that's interested in me. There's nobody, right? I go to the gym, I work out, I work where I work out, and I don't talk to anybody on that level. I don't even flirt with anybody. Nobody flirts with me. It's just me and my job and my daily habits. And then I come home and I do this. And I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. But I mean, let's be real. I mean, I have to be okay with that. So I'm not a personal trainer, Stephanie. And if I was, I'd probably meet a lot more women. But I'm not a personal trainer. And that's another thing. I don't make shit for money, dude. Women want security. You know what I mean? And that's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say women are gold diggers. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying, but women want to make sure that they're not footing the bill every single time. I mean, women want to make sure that they're getting that somebody is helping them out, is doing their part, that they got a partner that's chipping in and helping out. You know, as far as as far as as far as um you know, I don't know. I don't know. You guys, you want to make sure. I mean, it makes sense but as far as monetary, I'm not in a place to where I can do that. I'm right now. I'm actually enjoying the fact that I have very, very little luxuries, very little needs. I'm okay with that. You know, um, I have, you know, I it's funny. I have this channel and there's the super chat, but I have yet to even receive a PIN number from Google to be able to collect any of the stuff that I've gotten here, right? Any of the money that's been donated. And once in a while somebody will, thank you, Doodlebug. I wasn't trying to hint for that, but once in a while somebody will drop a few bucks in the PayPal. um Holly Love is she's always sending me a little something, which is really, really nice. But I just see that, and at first I was really weird about that, man. At first I was like, man, I'm not doing anything to deserve any money. people shouldn't be paying me because I don't consider myself a creative creator. And I just don't, you know what I mean? And I just felt weird about it. And then somebody emailed me and was like, listen, you know, I know how you feel about money and I get it, but some people, it's most comfortable for them to use that form of support to support you because you give them something important. And I didn't look at it that way. I just didn't look at it that way. And then I thought, man, that's wow. Okay. You know, because I'm not sitting there dropping money every single time I get in somebody's chat. I don't have money to do that shit. So I don't expect other people to do it, you know. But it's gotten to a point where when people do it, I'm like, okay, man, that's really nice, That's really, really nice. That's nice because that's their way of expressing that they appreciate what I'm doing. I mean, I'm just as cool, even more comfortable, honestly, with just like a thank you in the chat. Just, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. An email saying, hey, you inspired me with this. I get those emails all the time, and I love that. So right, Francesca, you're right. And I had a hard time understanding that, I guess, because money's so scarce for me. So I was like, you know, don't send me money, man. That's I felt like it almost cheapened what I was doing, in a weird way. But when that person wrote me that email and was like, listen, some for some people, it's the most comfortable way that they have, the comfortable method and form they have of showing you support. So you should be grateful and just accept it and start a PayPal. And then I was like, oh, well, shit. Okay. Well, since you put it that way, then all right. Well, all right. Then I'll start a PayPal. You know, I mean, I don't, but I mean, I have a job, I'm okay with that. If I needed more money, I'd get a job that pays more money. I have management experience. I don't have a job as a manager because I don't want the stress of being a manager right now. I have the luxury of being able to live in a situation, in a scenario where I don't need luxuries and my needs are met with the money that I make. So as long as my needs, not my wants, but my needs are met, then I'm content. I'm happy. So, yeah, man, it's all good. So yeah, I do this because I like doing it. I do this because I like kicking it with you guys. I do this because, uh, you know, you're my late night friends, man. You know what I mean? Uh, man, I I had the Mandy Gorsuch thing to talk about earlier, which I've talked about many times in many lives. I just kind of veered away from it for a while. But I had that to talk about at the beginning, and I just got to talking to you guys, and we just naturally just progressed into this conversation that we're having now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm not gonna get off here right away. And um I had something that was gonna happen, but I don't know if that's I don't know what's happening with that. But um I always look at it like it may or may not happen. So I don't ever say, you know, uh I don't count on these things. But yeah, Doodlebug, you remember the first live that I did? Um that was so scary because I took time and I wrote that. I took time and I wrote that. Um See, here's the thing, man. And I've heard creators complain. I've heard them go, man, I don't understand. Like you go into critical case chat, right? and people are dropping like, yo, I see people dropping like $100, $200 super chats in her chat. And they're like, oh, well, why don't people do that shit on my chat? I don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, do you know what she does? Like, you're not the creator that she is. I hate to put it to you. You know, you don't do what she does. Like, Kay like puts in work. Like, she puts in like real work. Me, I get a wild hair up my ass and I turn on my fucking computer and I get on here and I just talk out of my ass. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kay, like, will write shit. She will write shit. She will put shit together. She'll make slideshows. She'll do all kinds of stuff. And she'll put love into every single one of her live streams. She is very, very careful. She vets her guests. She makes sure that her guests are not going to get stupid on her in her chat. She knows what she's doing, you know, and people count on it. People know what they're going to get when they get into Kay's chats. They know what they're getting. So it's almost like a product. It's almost like a guaranteed product, you know? So you can't hate on Kay because she has supporters who support her the way that they do. There's a reason why people support her the way that they do, because she gives them what they expect and what they want. You know? So you can't sit there and whine about somebody doing well with their channel, because I mean, they're doing well with their channel for a reason. Period. You know? Just because you don't know what they're doing, you can't understand it, chances are is because you're just not on their level. The reason why you can't comprehend why they're so successful is because you can't imagine doing what they're doing, because you don't know how to fucking do it. So leave that shit to them to do well. Figure out your own way to do well, you know, or tear a page out of their book. You know what I'm saying? No, Kay doesn't watch my lives. That's just funny. Catherine Summers, that's funny. Kay doesn't watch my lives. Kay does not watch me. Doodlebug. She was in my chat earlier today, but I think it was just because somebody told her that I was yelling. That's what I suspect. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, she could have probably just got a notification and logged on, you know, but I mean, she's got kids and a husband and a full-time job, you know, and when she goes live, she's preparing for it. She doesn't have a lot of time. So, you know, I don't think that Kay watches me very, very often. But yeah, I don't know. She's very good at what she does, and I respect her very much as a creator. Like her or hate her, dude. Like her or hate her. Like what she says or hate what she says. But she's excellent at what she does. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. So don't hate on Kay. You know, you don't like what she's doing. You think it's unfair that she's doing as well as she is? Fucking get better at it than she is. That's all you can do. Get better at it. That's all you can do. That's the response I recommend. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, Catherine Summers. I appreciate that. Who are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Duty Ron? Yeah, I like Duty Ron. I've never once listened to his channel. I have yet to listen to his channel, and I swear I'm subscribed to him. I gotta be subscribed to him. I think I subscribed to him that one night when Mommy Rambling's blog got swatted, and I talked on her channel with her and Duty Ron, and Cab 7. So I don't know, man. I don't even know. But I remember I loved that dude. He had juggaloons. That dude said juggaloons. I remember I love that word. I was like, yo, I gotta steal that shit, man. I'm gonna use that. But yeah, I like when he says juggaloons. I like people with cool little taglines. Yeah, and I've been criticized for criticizing creators. I have been, and I have done it. I'm not gonna lie. I have done it, but that's the thing is the reason why I do it. Okay, let me talk about that for a second. Let me address that since I thought about it. Because I don't want to be hypocritical here. You're saying what I don't understand is making 20 videos about one career for whatever reason, whether they're right or wrong. Now I don't do that shit. Um, that's me. I'm like clinically ADHD. I cannot I'm incapable of focusing on the same thing all the fucking time. I can't do it. But the but I I have definitely criticized other creators. Um and the only reason that I have done that, and I want to be very clear about that, the only reason that I have done that is because I feel very strongly about this community, and I think of it as a community. I do. Um, and I think of all other creators and subscribers. Um, this platform, everybody in it, I think of them as neighbors, and I care very much for everyone that I come across. Um, and 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 I think that having this platform, if you get up here and you have a channel, you have a lot of people that listen to you, and a lot of people that put a lot of currency into the things that you're saying. And I think that there is a moral responsibility that comes with that. And so when that's taken for granted, I will criticize them. Now, I don't I'm never the type that's like, oh, you need to shut them down, blah, blah, blah. I'm never that guy. I never think that anybody should be shut down for anything that they're saying. But but the thing is if I come up here, I'm open to criticism, man. If I come up here and I talk and I say something, I'm just as open to criticism as anybody else, because we're entertainers. That's what we do. We get up here and we entertain you. So if so if somebody is taking that, and then they're abusing that power, morally speaking, um and they're abusing that power, uh I'm going to speak up on it. And it's because I care about this community, and I care about people being misled. And I yelled, and I got really emotional today when I went live discussing how how easy it is to create and perpetuate a particular narrative, because people put a lot of currency into the things that are said on this platform by creators. People want to relate, you know, people who have, if you're a creator and you have so many subscribers, if you have 10 subscribers, you have 10,000 subscribers, it doesn't matter. People put some currency into the things that you're saying. And I believe that there's a moral responsibility that comes with that. So and I'm saying, say what you want. Just don't bitch and moan if somebody comes up and counters that and uses their platform to counter that and say something negative about it, which I'm no stranger in doing. And I've gotten criticism for that. And I'm okay with getting criticism for that. Um, I'm not gonna dox anybody. I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm gonna feel passionate about certain things, and I'm gonna yell about them sometimes, like I did today. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? But I'm not, and if it's somebody that I just have no interest in interacting with anymore, then I'll block them. They just got to go. I got no use for them anymore. There's nothing. This thing that goes on between people, it's no longer there. It's hitting a bump, and it's not moving, and I'm not getting nothing out of that. And so yeah. Well, yeah, I was hungry, Carla D. Yeah. But that hardly had anything to do with it. That hardly had anything to do with it. When I decided to fast, which was a very, very impulsive decision that I made, I decided to do a 24-hour fast in memory of Gannon, because I felt like that was all I could do. I felt like that was all I had. So I impulsively decided to do that, and I'm really, really glad that I did. I'm really glad that I did, because I felt, and I know it sounds a little crazy, but I definitely felt kind of spiritually closer to Gannon. The hungrier that I got, it forced me to remember why I was doing it. And so I would think about Gannon a lot, and I would think about the situation that was happening with him. So my body was it was triggering a thought in my head. My body's hunger was, I don't want to call it suffering. I mean, it was 24 hours. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and Doodlebug, right. I think that I kind of started to understand why, it's a very common practice in many, many different faiths and religions, because it causes you to think about things that you feel strongly about, and really focus on something that's heavy on your heart and how to deal with it. And that's exactly what that did. It's exactly what that did. I mean, I was sitting there, and I didn't let it get in the way of anything that was happening today. I'll tell you guys a little something. So when I was on the last legs of that, I remember I said, as of 3:00 yesterday afternoon, I that's when I started it, right? Which technically was before that. Before that, I still hadn't eaten, like a good 9 or 10 hours prior to that. I hadn't eaten anything because I slept and everything. But but when I decided to fast, that's when I believe that's when it starts. That's the observation begins there. So the fast itself was, to me, began at 3 p.m. So fast forward to about 2 p.m. this afternoon, right? Fast forward to about 2 p.m. this afternoon. I go to my job, and I work out, and I did like 15 miles on the elliptical bike, which I did the day before too. And and that felt great. It felt like, okay, just because I'm not going to use being hungry. I did this to myself. I made this decision. So I'm going to continue doing what I would normally do. I just have to be realistic, and I have to be careful. So I paced myself, but I still met my physical goal of hitting 15 miles. Right. So I stayed on that and I did it and I just kind of paced myself and everything. And then, 3 o'clock hit and there I went. I went beelined to the break room at my job because I had a half of a rotisserie chicken in there and I left a carcass. I destroyed that thing because I was so hungry. But as soon as I ate that, I did not get that feeling of satisfaction. I still felt kind of lightheaded. I still felt kind of weak. Um, and then you're not gonna fucking believe this. Um, I had just clocked into work. It was just after 4 o'clock, and I just clocked in, and I'm there at the front desk, and this member comes running down and goes, "Hey, there's a girl upstairs lying on the floor, says she can't breathe." Boom. You don't even think, you go. First thing I do on my way up there, I stop in the general manager's office. I say, "Hey, girl upstairs says she can't breathe." He jumps out of his chair. We run up there and I grab I don't even know what it's called. Took a first aid class and I learned how to use it, but I don't even fucking remember what it's called. But it's basically like a home defibrillator. And so I take that up there just in case we need it. Wasn't sure if we needed it, but it's better to have that there rather than not. So I take that up there and she's breathing, she's talking, she's okay. They elevated her feet. Her mom was on the phone with her, ironically, and it was really funny because when I was running up the stairs, I felt like I was, yes, an AED being there. Thank you. I felt like I was gonna pass out. So here I am, and I'm running, and the one time that I genuinely felt like I was gonna pass out from this fast was to help someone who was passing out, which was really, really ironic, which is really coincidental. And I remember telling myself, you cannot pass out right now. Now is not the time for this to happen. You can't do it. You don't have a choice. You have to get up here and make sure that you are as helpful as you are needed. And uh and then my GM, he called the first responders. They showed up. The girl was fine. she, she ironically, she had not eaten very well and she was working out with weights that were a little bit too much for her. And so she got a little lightheaded. She decided to lay down on the floor. And so I but I couldn't help but think how, what kind of bullshit timing is this? You know? And and she turned out to be okay. Everything turned out to be okay. Work was a little busier than usual today, but my work schedule is a little weird this month, so I'm actually off tomorrow, which is partly why I'm still live right now. It's been an hour and a half, and as long as you guys are here hanging out with me, I'll hang out for a little while longer too. Because I'm gonna binge watch tomorrow. The plan is I'm gonna binge watch that Hunter show, man. Because I'm really digging that. I'm really digging that show. It's on Prime. It's fantastic. I mean, it's just a great concept. You got a team of people who hunt and kill Nazis that are living in the United States and benefiting from our freedoms. Fuck that. Kill the Nazis. Right. So I really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying it right now. I was what? What was I, Stephanie Blooms? Yo, hey, yeah, I'm not even trying to lie. Yeah, I forgot to even get to the good part. So I did tonight at 8 o'clock. I treated myself to some Chick-fil-A, which was fantastic. Which was fan fucking tastic. Oh, chivalrous. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think of it that way. Um, no, man. As far as that goes, um, I'll get to that after I talk about my Chick-fil-A, man. That Chick-fil-A was so good. So I kind of broke my diet, but I felt like it was okay since I fasted. So I was like, yeah, I'm eating some Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A's got to be my favorite food right now. But uh I ate some Chick-fil-A and it was really, really, really good. Um, got the spicy deluxe, no lettuce, add bacon. Mm, mm, good stuff. Anyway, so uh the whole thing about the mommy ramblings blog getting swatted that night, man. What that was, uh it wasn't about being chivalrous at all. Um she had her husband there to be chivalrous. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that was about at all. It was she needed support. She needed support from fellow creators in this community. This is goes into what I was talking about before. Um, we are a community, whether we like it or not, and we are strength in numbers. And you have, if you have, if you have a channel that you conduct responsibly, then what's going to happen is people are going to trust you. Look at the fact that look at look at Shane Carey, right? Shane Carey didn't talk to anybody except like what Good Morning America and the local news station there like once, and but didn't give any interviews to anybody else. But he decided to talk to Critical K. Um, that's a hell of a thing. Everybody was talking about the Heidi Broussard case, and he talked to Critical K. Now, why do you think that is? It's because she's very good at what she does, and because he trusted her. Because he saw that she has uh she has a good reputation. Well, she has a bad reputation too, but that's not her fault. But she she has she's very professional, like you said, Nona. She's very professional, and she has you know all it takes is for somebody to listen to how she conducts her lives, and she's very respectful to her guests, to her panelists, and she did a very good job. And so Shane Carey, she does a very good job, and so Shane Carey trusted her and spoke to her on her channel, and it was a great interview. Um, and you know, not that I'm comparing what I did to that, but I had you know Colton Harris Moore on my channel, who doesn't talk to media. And it was very important that, it's not it's not it was not an interview. I'm not a I'm not a journalist, man. I don't pretend to be one. I'm just a guy up here with a channel, and I like to talk about things. And I thought of it as a special treat to actually have him here and have a great conversation with him, which I did. A 2.5 hour conversation I had with somebody who I was fascinated with, who my listeners were fascinated with. And it was great. You know, um, it was fantastic just to have that great conversation with him. And I'm still in touch with him. We text here and there. He's very, very, very kind. He's exactly what I hoped that he would, the kind of person that he would be. Um, so, you know, this is a fun thing, man. This is a fun thing. But I like to think that, and fuck what I like to think. It's a fact. The fact is that I sent him. I made a comment on his channel, and then what he did was he checked out my channel, and he liked what he saw, and he trusted me, and I did not betray his trust, and I have yet to betray his trust. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself because I was genuinely grateful and still am genuinely grateful for the interaction that I have had with him, much less than the interaction I currently have with this young man. He's fascinating. I love that I follow him on Twitter because, and I don't even know how to use Twitter. Um, uh, I don't know. Here, I'll even type in the chat like what my Twitter is. Hold on. So if you guys are on Twitter, it's not a link. But that's my Twitter account there. Um, so I mean, I don't tweet anything, but I don't. What's funny is if I'm being completely honest, the only reason I don't tweet anything is because there's nobody there to like nobody follows me. So I don't. What's the point? Uh, what's the point of tweeting anything? So uh, but I have a Twitter, and so like I'm fascinated every time he tweets something. He tweets something very. It's always something very productive. It's always something regarding the financial world because he follows that. This kid is determined to be successful, and I don't feel right calling him a kid. I apologize for that. He's not a kid. He's a bright, brilliant young man, and he's always tweeting stuff about the financial world, about aviation, and it's really it's a cool thing to listen to him and to talk to him. um but yeah, man. If you guys are on Twitter, man, yeah, follow me on Twitter, and then I'll start tweeting shit as soon as I figure out how to do it. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing on Twitter, man. I am so technologically stupid. um, so yeah, I can't, yeah, I'm not with any of this shit. Hold on. Oh, I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that, Stephanie. But I'm just, yeah, I guess I'm just kind of modest in that sense. But I appreciate it. I appreciate all the compliments. You're very, very sweet. You know. And see, that's why, and Doodlebug is a fantastic mod because she I there are creators that I absolutely totally support, and uh and Doodlebug knows these creators that I support, and she drops their links in these channels. So any links that Doodlebug drops in this chat, if you're not subscribed to these creators, please check them out. And yes, Carla D, you can ask me for a favor. Doesn't mean I'll do it, but you can ask me for a favor anytime you want. Um, but please, yes. What is your favor? I'm curious to know what your favor is. Um, yeah, man. I don't know what happened, man. Like I made Doodlebug a mod, and then like everybody made Doodlebug a mod. Everybody did. That's because they know, they know. Everybody knows. Oh, look, somebody's following me. Cool. Um, they know. They see the skills. Oh yeah. Well, Carla D, man. I mean, I kind of am a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I say dumb shit all the time. It's just self awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of am. Like, look. I'm not too stupid to know that I am intelligent in a lot of ways. I'm not too stupid to know that I'm even I even excel in intelligence in certain areas that most people don't. I get that, but I'm also very, very simple when it comes to very, very common things that most people are on board with. That's just the way I am, and I'm okay with it. I'm 44 years old. I'm, by now, if I'm not okay with it, then what the hell am I gonna do? So yeah, man. Yeah, Doodlebug is awesome. Yeah, Breakfast Club did have a dope ass paranormal thing. Um she did have a dope paranormal thing. Uh yeah, it was Sunday night. It was cool, man. I I did fall asleep through it though, but but it wasn't it wasn't for anything. It's because I've been listen, I've been dieting and working out even harder than I normally do, but dieting on top of it. Because I'm determined to get a particular body type, just to prove to myself that I can. And uh and when you don't eat as much as you normally should and you're working out harder than you normally do, it's gonna wear you out. And before you know it, you get in a position where you're at home and you're chilling and you're tired, you're gonna just fall out, man. It's just gonna happen. You're just gonna fall out. I've been I've been kind of tempted too, man. I've been kind of tempted to like get a bottle of wine here and there. But what's funny is it's not for any like reason to like not drink, oh, I don't want to drink, blah blah blah. It's not that's got nothing to do with that. It's because there's like it's because there's like the bottle of wine that I always get, it it's got like 1,000 calories. I'm like, I don't want to undo everything that I just did at the gym by like taking in 1,000 calories. Like, it's the stupidest shit in the world. So here I am staying sober because I don't want to intake all them calories. So that's that's pretty funny to me. My coffee is cold. That means I've been here for a while. Well, I mean, I don't even have that much of a desire to like stay sober. I really enjoy um I really enjoy uh drinking wine and listening to some music, or watching a really good movie. Um but also what happens to me is when I drink wine, like if I smoke weed, which I do, um but if I smoke weed, uh and I get the munchies, like I have enough self-control to be like, you know what? That's just the munchies. I'm not putting that shit in my face. I'm just not doing it. Because I'm gonna regret it and I'm gonna put on all these calories. I'm putting, I don't want to break my diet. But but alcohol will totally impair my judgment. And I'll make excuses for myself and I'll be like, yeah, it's okay, cool. Why not? Just drink, get eat that block of cheese that's pure saturated fat. So yeah, like I can't. Yeah. Oh, this fucking block of Gouda cheese will go great with this wine. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you know. So I could fight. I could fight weed munchies, but I can't fight. I can't fight booze munchies. That's just not happening. That's just not happening. I mean, coffee's coffee, dude. Cold, hot, whatever. Wait, let's. Who's in here? Yeah, mine too. 1 hour drive floors. I fucking love me some Gouda. I like that it sounds gross, but tastes delicious. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. You never had booze munchies? Are you kidding? What do you think keeps Taco Bell in business? Yeah, I'm actually off tomorrow, which is why I'm still up right now. But I'm probably gonna cut it pretty soon. Feta's good too, man. See, feta, I like feta with stuff, but if there's like a thing of feta in my fridge and I'm drunk on wine, I swear to God, I'll stick my hand in that motherfucker and be like, I'll totally do that. Dude, I will totally do that. Sin vergüenza, bro. I will completely and totally just stick feta in my face, bro. And like that's yeah. You could say it's a city. You could say it's a city, Francesca. Yeah. Yeah, you could say it. You could say that. But yeah, I love like the nastier cheese smells, the more delicious it is. I love cheese. I like discipline with all cheese. If I'm fucking drunk, dude, like if there's slices of American cheese in there, like you'll see like five wrappers just all over the fucking counter. Just awful. Awful. Sin vergüenza, bro. No shame. No shame. Blue cheese too. Hell yeah, blue cheese. Hell yeah, blue cheese. You ever put blue cheese in some scrambled eggs? Yo, that shit is so good. It's so good. Just dump some blue cheese on some scrambled eggs. Goat cheese is goat cheese is fantastic. I never tried goat cheese before until like a year ago. I was too scared to. And then I tried it and it was really, really, really good. Um, I did not get hit with any tornadoes. I did not get hit with any tornadoes, guys. Uh, it's funny. Mignon texted me and she was like, uh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. She's she's like, she's like, yeah, like Tennessee is all over the news. And she's in Australia, dude. She's in Sydney, Australia. Okay. And she's like, Tennessee is all over the news. And I was like, what do you mean Tennessee's all over the news? She's like, tornadoes, man. And I was like, oh, I slept through that shit. But they didn't even hit over here. I'm not in the mountains. There's mountains. And then yeah, they hit down in like the valleys. And it's funny, my buddy Sean, who some of you guys know, uh my buddy Sean, uh he came by the club tonight and he had his youngest son with him, and his youngest son still lives with his mom. And and his neighbors got it real bad. Like a couple blocks from him got hit real bad. And like he has neighbors that lost their homes. Like 17 people died, something like that. It's really, really bad. Um, I mean, his kid's like 10, you know, and I guess he was with them because they had lost power, because he usually has them on the weekends, but I guess he was with them tonight because they had lost power in their house. Um, but yeah, yeah, it was bad supposedly, but I wasn't even. Yeah, where I'm at, we weren't affected by it at all. But it wasn't that far from us either. I mean, you're talking like maybe 30 minutes. I love that. That's so funny. 1 hour drive Florida is like, yeah, when I retire, I'm trying to leave Florida. People go to Florida to retire. 1 hour drive Florida is like, when I retire, I'm getting the fuck out of Florida. Yo, I hate Florida. I hate Florida. Florida is a fucking armpit. It sucks. I'm not ever living in Florida again. The only way that I would ever live in Florida again is if, like, by some miracle, I became filthy rich and I had to live in Florida. I was obligated to live in Florida to maintain my riches. That's the only way. It's the only way. I hate Florida. I hate Florida. That's not to say that I hate Floridians. I hate a lot of Floridians, but I don't hate Floridians generally. Yeah, fuck Florida. Fuck Florida. Yeah, I grew up in Hialeah 1 hour drive floors. So you can imagine. You can imagine. All right. Good night, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Hey, Diane in Pennsylvania. Oh, it's on the East Coast. It's Hialeah is probably like it's like 15, 20 minutes southwest of Miami or northwest of Miami, maybe. I don't even fucking remember. I haven't lived there in like 10 years. And I grew up there. Told you I'm kind of stupid when it comes to certain things. Directions? Forget it. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, Carla D, man. I'm telling you, man, people don't understand rules in Florida. They don't pay attention to they don't observe any type of etiquette towards other people at all whatsoever, much less fucking rules. You know, people get fucking raped and killed and shit like that all the time in Florida. It's nothing in there. It's nothing to those people. Like you watch the news and it's rape, murder, and you're just like, whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, no, yeah. The bugs are awful, dude. Bugs are awful. Dude, the mosquitoes, man. Fuck mosquitoes, dude. Mosquitoes are terrible. Yeah, exactly. It's funny that you use the word implants because I only hear that term when it comes to Florida. I'm a new Florida implant. My new Florida implant. Take your ass out of here. Get the fuck. Go somewhere else. Stop moving there. Yeah, Colorado, man. Colorado keeps having that shit. Like, what is it about Colorado where people just feel like, you know what? I don't like this situation. I think I'll kill somebody to make it better for myself. What the fuck? And Colorado's beautiful. I don't understand that, man. That shit doesn't make any sense to me at all. All right, guys, it has been absolutely wonderful. And I really appreciate you humoring me and staying on with me. And it was very nice. Also, thank you for logging on and allowing me to balance out yet earlier today's very, very emotional and aggressive live stream with this very, very laid back and chill live stream. Thank you for indulging me in doing that. I really appreciate you guys. And again, we will do this again probably tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I will do my best to be on with you guys tomorrow. I love you guys very, very much. And and you guys stay safe, okay?